Welcome, everyone, to episode 411 of Watch and Complain,
212.
where we're going to, that was close, almost off, only off by 201, where we're going to talk about Barbie girls. And I bought a Barbie
Aqua.
for $5 from the dollar store.
Just for this.
Just for this.
And it's weird how the dollar store now has Barbie dolls.
Well, what's fucked up is they had one called Pretty Girl, another one called, like Mrs. Female, like all these weird knockoffs of Barbie. But what I didn't know
Female.
is, and I'm assuming that I'm going to go with that's French because it would be English and then French.
Yeah.
A doll in French is poopy? Poopy.
Poupée.
Oh, sorry. That's much better. Poupée.
That's
But all right.
what it is.
Look, it says this Barbie is mixed. That's
Is that really what it
mix.
part of it? No, that's just what it's made.
All right, so you introduce the show. I'm going to open this Barbie.
You just did. We watched Barbie. It was really like a thing where I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And then on a whim, my wife and I could go, and I let her have this one.
You didn't like the movie?
Let's get into it.
No, nobody can see that.
No, yes, they can. No, we're not a male chauvinistic podcast at all.
Fuck. It's like Mission Impossible.
Just like all your dolls.
All right.
He always likes them in the same position.
So, what were your? I'm gonna take her
you
hair.
should see the Star Wars dolls.
You know what's fucked up is after touching this Barbie's hair, because I have two boys.
Do you feel awful right now?
No, but I never realized like it is real hair that you can like comb. Because you always see the
didn't
commercials.
Know that?
No, I never really. So I had an older sister.
Even my wrestling ones have real hair.
No,
now,
the wrestling ones have the plastic hair. The
Do
ones
they-
when I
do
was a
they
kid, they
still?
did.
Okay.
Come on, Barbie, stand up, you fucking worthless
This
bitch.
is the most entertaining.
Barbie, you stupid bitch. Ah! Now that's abuse. I wanted to play with that
That's
Barbie.
how I treat
the
all
whole
my
fucking
children.
time. I wanted to play with that Barbie.
I
What is
know.
it? Your hatred. You know what? I guarantee you wouldn't hit her if she was a white Barbie. But because she was a black Barbie, you had to smack her.
I guarantee. No, only if she had no tail.
No tail.
If she had a tail, I would hate her. It's the
Oh, you keep on digging that hole. I want you to get a clip of you just whack, whack,
Maybe
whack
I would
that
have been
fucking Barbie.
more into watching you play with your dolls if I would have
was
enjoyed
naked.
this movie more.
I can't believe you didn't enjoy this movie.
I can't believe people love this movie at all.
I fucking loved it.
This was just garbage.
You're a mad
Honestly,
person.
I'm not even like close to liking it. It's,
All right,
it's
so-
not even good. It's below average.
What made it below average for you?
Everything felt like it was trying too hard to make it funny.
Okay.
And none of the writing was good. All of the jokes fell flat. That was part of my first point.
Fell flat like Barbie being smacked off a table.
Nothing was built up well in terms of story. You had like you just jumped into the next part.
I don't know. We were
and it's
watching
like,
the same movie.
All of a sudden,
Are you-
here's the reveal. Hey, the woman who happens to be the receptionist who's drawing pictures of Barbie in the moment happens to be the one who's the girl who had this Barbie, and it's like, okay, yeah, my 4-year-old wrote this.
So we have a new soap. So we go to that, there's a place downtown Kingston. I can't remember what they're called, like Thousand Island Soap or something. And they made like scented soaps. And the soap they made smells like a campfire. And it really does smell like I smell like a campfire. Here, smell it. It smells like a campfire. You don't think so? I think it smells like a campfire.
I'm not getting it.
Maybe it's just because I'm like covered in it. My point is, you might have been watching like. Are you sure you weren't watching like one of the animated Barbie movies for TV?
Yeah, maybe.
No, I totally fucking disagree. I thought it was Really strongly written, specifically.
What?
Yeah, wonderfully written.
Oh my
It did have one part that even on my other better podcast that I complained about, as this feels a little too preachy. The part with Rhea Perlman as the inventor of Barbie, and I invented you, so you would figure out you're right. Like, nah, do away with that. But the whole setup of Ken coming into the world and thinking that Barbie, like into the real world, thinking that Barbie's rule everything, discovering that in him being dumb, that he thinks that, oh, men rule everything here. And it's not, but it's a perfect mirror. I thought that was wonderfully well done. I thought it was set up great. I thought the acting was fucking flawless. I'm very glad that I did not notice the stunt casting. Well, you notice the one. You notice John Cena, but I don't know what a Dua Lipa is. I think it's a musician.
She was in Star Wars, wasn't she? Wasn't she
Maybe.
with Jack Black in that scene?
No, that's Lizzo.
Oh,
No,
see,
Dua
I
Lipa is
don't-
something else. I don't know what a
my-
Dua Lipa is, and luckily, it didn't. They didn't like try to smack you in the face with it.
She was the
She was one of the Barbies.
African American Barbies.
Maybe I don't know what a Dua Lipa is, but no, I loved it, and
Can I just point out that the big Barbie, or I don't know what they called her.
Fat Barbie.
Is that what they called her?
I don't
in
know,
the
but
thing?
she's like
Yeah, you
Fat
can't say
Barbie.
that now.
Okay, overweight Barbie, Pudge Barbie, Pudge.
You can't even bring that up.
We'll call her Pudge.
She just happens to be overweight, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, she just didn't want to be there.
You
The
don't
whole
think?
time. No,
I don't
her
think-
acting was not acting. It was just like
No,
it
I
was
thought
awful.
she did great. The only thing you could tell that I think that girl might have been a little bit uncomfortable with
Garbage.
was like the dancing scenes where all the women are in like skin tight outfits, and she was like, "I don't want to be in a skin tight
like,
outfit dancing."
eh.
But hey, man,
Eh.
as a fat person, I'm like, look, be fat
You're not
and
a
own
fat
it.
person.
Okay, no, I'm not a fat person, but I'm a chunky person. I'm not fat, but I'm overweight. Put it that way. As an overweight person, I'm like, let your freak flag
Everyone's
fly.
overweight at this point.
It's true,
Yeah.
you know. But I was, I liked the movie a lot, mainly because I thought it was it. So my worry when I
knew
went
this
into the
was gonna
movie,
happen.
what, that I enjoy it?
That you'd enjoy this crap movie.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, we can't all enjoy WWE Summer Slam Fest. Men in their underpants sweating on each other, but
Where'd that come from?
because that's the shit that you're into. Isn't it? You were talking.
Yeah, I
on
like
Threads
wrestling, but it's like
about SummerSlam.
It's like, oh,
or
I'm
some
sorry
bullshit.
that you enjoy Star Wars and 3D printing.
You know what I don't
whatever.
like, and we'll talk about it in a second, is so Zack
You.
Snyder just won't go away. And I know I always go on about Zack Snyder, but he's
Adam Sandler.
he's a guy I love to hate.
And
this fucker just cannot
Wonder Woman.
He can't go away. So now he's got his own Star Wars movie on Netflix. And every time I fucking see it, people are like, oh my God, why? And he's like, there's a 4-hour edition. I'm like, the fucking show's not even out yet. And you're already talking.
what is it?
Oh, I don't know. But I think it's 2 parts. It's like each part's 2 hours long.
Oh,
He's
is
like,
it? Oh, not actual Star Wars, but
No, it's his.
his version of
he went to Lucasfilm.
sci-fi opera. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to
Okay.
Lucasfilm and pitched a Star Wars
that's
movie. And they said, no, we don't want this.
forgot about
And
it.
so he went and said, Netflix, give me money and I'll make it.
I'm interested in it.
I'm not at all. But I mean, it's Hack Snyder, so I'm never interested in Hack Snyder. But the point is, he's already coming out saying, oh, there's a 4-hour edition. And I'm like, why don't you just put out the 2-hour edition?
the
See if
first one?
yeah, the first one.
Okay.
See if anybody fucking likes it and then talk about the 4-hour
Because it gets
edition.
people talking, and it works.
Oh, that guy is such a fucking hack. Unbelievable. But that's not what we're talking about.
I
We're talking
like
about
the
a good
Snyder
movie
cut. I thought it was
called
great.
Barbie. And yeah, the thing that I was worried about was it would become, oh, look, here's one of Barbie's hairs. That it will become a too preachy on what they try to do with that terrible Wonder Woman character.
it
Girls can
wasn't-
do it. Oh,
Come on.
Oh, and it wasn't that fucking terrible Captain Marvel movie. Girls could do it. Come on,
I think this
girls,
was
go,
worse.
girls. No, far better than Captain
You had
Marvel.
like a scene where it was just constant. Oh, and you can be this, and you can be that, and then, as
What's
you
wrong
said,
with that?
the Rhea Perlman thing that no one cares about unless you love Barbie. Unless you were a
no,
kid that
I
was
don't
brought
think
up
so.
on Barbie, you
No.
can't care
No,
at
what
all
I'm
about
saying-
that scene.
No, I didn't care about that scene. But what
Exactly.
I'm saying is that was the only part where the message was heavy-handed. The message of girls can be
No.
whatever the fuck they want. See, I think guys like you
I'm not a
have seen
misogynistic
movies,
dude that is like, you
have
can
seen
just go,
shows like
guys
Fast
like
and
you.
fucking Furious,
Yeah.
and have gone like, oh, fuck, guys can be what they want. Girls are just arm candy. Look at the hot
You
girls
know
are
that's
arm
not
candy.
me. I don't even like
Yes,
Fast
it
and
is.
Furious.
You fucking
I
love
just
it.
love to
you
push
forced
it
me to watch
against
all
you.
10 of those shit movies.
Because I like to put you in this position
Oh, yeah, but-
where you just argue.
you want to put me in position of
and-
Barbie, but then you smacked her away before
But
I
that
had a
was
chance to put her into
off
position.
camera. So.
Below camera, technically. But no,
Under the
I thought it
table.
would be a bit too heavy-handed on girl
was.
power, and it wasn't.
Totally was.
It was great.
20-minute scene. Of
And my favorite part when I was watching it was I can just imagine the little backwards hat, lifted F-350s, 5'4" guys
that were dragged to the movie.
but they were imagine just the anger that was going through their little fucking NOS fueled monster can drink having brains, where they were like, girls should make opinions. No, like, they
because
must have been so mad.
People like that rationalize things, so they're probably rationalizing, oh, I love Ken. Ken is so cool. He knows what's up. And then they find that at the end, they're like, oh, Ken's wrong? Oh, well,
This movie's bullshit.
it was cool. They still brought it up.
I feel like those guys who watch a movie like this are like, I mean, I'm just looking at Margot Robbie's tits the whole fucking time, so who fucking cares? Like, they'll never understand what a movie like this is going for.
Typically,
And they'll never understand why it made the money it did.
Typically, those types won't go. Even if their
See-
girlfriends are like, oh, those are the types that have girlfriends that are like, I'm sorry, and
Yeah,
and like
maybe.
no matter what.
See, but I feel
they'll
like there
do
was
whatever they want.
enough of those guys that went because their girlfriends dragged them along because they've dragged their girlfriends along to Fast and fucking Furious and all that garbage.
I'm sure, but then those people are different. They're like semi. They're like
You had a semi for
those
who?
guys. No, but I mean like the guys that you're bringing up that are straight up like chauvinistic assholes. They're not going.
Dude bros.
They're not going to a movie
I don't know.
called Barbie.
For a movie
They're
that
not-
made
they're not gonna
over
compromise.
$1 billion, I got a feeling some of those guys went.
No, they don't even go to Oppenheimer. They're not
Oh,
even
Oppenheimer's
bothering.
because they're not smart enough.
Exactly.
But with Barbie, I got a feeling some of them went just to be mad by it. But I don't know. The point is, I loved Barbie. I thought it was fucking fantastic. I had a ball. As I would have shown with my Barbie, but Phil had to physically abuse my Barbie, showing what he does at home to his wife and kids. Shut up!
And you when we're off camera. You'll see
But I want you
after.
to wear the Barbie wig. That's the part you always cut out.
Well, and the makeup. I like the makeup.
Yeah. So when it comes to makeup, and both of us don't have daughters, so this isn't something that we, I think, have a lot of opinion on. Does Barbie encourage girls to wear makeup? Because Barbie encourages you to be whatever you want. She can be a doctor, she can be an astronaut, whatever. But does Barbie encourage little girls to wear makeup?
I would assume there's Barbie makeup.
Yeah, because we've seen the Barbie head that you can brush your hair and stuff.
Accessories, yeah. So I
But-
would say yes.
I guess I'm just
But,
confused
but
by
not like push it heavily like you have to do it.
like the Bratz dolls. Like look like a whore all the time.
No, I don't think any of them are brave enough to push it like they used to. But I would say
Do you think they push it
yes, they push it because they want to sell merchandise.
good? Push it. You ever heard that song?
But you can't judge. The Star Wars makeup is out there too, you know?
Speaking of Star Wars,
You got to dress up like Darth Maul. And
how are you feeling
Twilight.
about Ahsoka?
I'm so excited for Ashoka.
You do realize it's,
Is it
it's
Ahsoka?
3 shows in, right?
I have not watched. There are
No?
so many shows that I'm behind on. I know that we're supposed to be talking about Barbie, but I think we've said all we need to say about it.
I
we can
enjoyed
go
it. You did
straight
not enjoy it.
into Meg too if you want. But but I mean like no Ahsoka as well as not Secret Wars.
Oh, Secret Invasion? I have
Secret
zero
Invasion.
interest in
Silo.
that. Silo I want to watch.
It's there's like 4 other shows.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't want to watch them right now. It's just that I'm not in the mood, and my wife and I are in this not part of our
Headspace.
relationship. Yeah, headspace where we're just like, you go to the other room, I go to the other room, we do our
that's
separate
marriage.
thing. Exactly. But there's times where we're like, let's watch things together. We're just not in that time right now. So
So-
it's like we're there's a big brother. There's
Well, I wonder if you and your wife are similar to me and my wives. So I have double the anguish. Where you want to watch these shows. So you like, I'm watching right now White House Plumbers by myself. And then I want to watch The Old Man, and I want to watch Silo, and a lot of stuff like that. But
the Invasion.
Invasion, yeah,
Also,
that's great.
What's the other one that's on there?
Trying to
along
Pinocchio?
the-
Yeah, the one Pinocchio.
No,
The Continuum.
it's another Apple one.
Don't know.
So another sci-fi Apple one. You should know this.
Foundation.
Oh, that's it. Did
Yeah.
you already mention that?
Yeah. Well, I didn't already mention what we're talking about, but no.
Foundation, yeah.
So we're like, we want to watch something, but the boys are in bed. We're both, and our boys are older now, so they're going to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And we're like, you don't have the energy to invest in a show that you're going to have to think about. You know what I mean? That's what it is for me a lot of times. I just don't have the energy. So we'll watch something that we all have seen before. We all enjoy like Star Trek, TNG. So we're going through TNG right now because we all love TNG. And it's like a familiar space where you know everybody. You don't got to learn anything. We all know where everything goes. We'll watch them. So I don't remember this one. Then something happens. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. And that's been a lot of fun. So that's what we're doing later at night right now. But yeah, that's as a married throuple, watching a new show where you're going to have to devote time to it or devote thinking to
Yeah.
it. That late at night is just, I'm too tired.
And then the other thing, it kind of harms this podcast a bit because it's like you want to watch the things that are coming out, and you're just like, I can go play Starfield. And
I don't know what a Starfield is, but
It's
I
the
am
biggest
playing
game out there right now.
I am playing
Baldur's Gate.
Subnautica on my computer.
You might like Subnautica's good.
Yeah,
It's
Subnautica's
fun.
been fun.
You might like Baldur's Gate 3, the new one, the big new game out there.
Wow.
There's two of them, Starfield and Baldur's
Like and
Gate 3.
subscribe for Baldur's Gate.
Bald dick.
Bald Dude's Gate. But yeah, I right now I'm currently watching White House Plumbers, which is a fun show. It's all about the guys that fucked up Watergate and Nixon that got Nixon to basically resign. And then after that, I'll be watching other things, and I'll be complaining about them. I did just finish season 1 of the. You guys might have never heard of it. It's called Star Trek. It's from, I believe, 1960. Is it 63?
That's the Picard revival?
Yep, the Picard revival.
Okay.
I think it's 63. I can't remember the year of.
When are you
it's
going to
beyond
watch
me.
the new Star Trek?
When we're done TNG, and I'm not watching season 1 of Picard again because it was crap. I'm not watching season 2 because everyone said it's junk.
No,
but I will.
what?
Season 2 of Picard was dog shit.
No,
that was the time travel one.
Am I
Season
thinking 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll watch season 3. I haven't
was
watched
all right.
anything of Doctor Strange New Worlds second season.
That's so good.
I'm in no hurry to watch it because
all
you told me it has a
meme-ish.
fucking it has a singing episode.
Yeah,
So I won't be enjoying that very much.
it's fun. This season, I know you're gonna cringe throughout it because it is totally a meme season. Like it's just having fun.
Boo is all I can say. So I will be watching and complaining.
So something else that we watched was Meg 2.
Do we want to do? We don't want to do a separate.
Do we want to say what our ratings for Barbie were?
For me, Barbie.
We don't want to do separate because we're like 20 minutes in and we're just like, So Barbie was that good.
Barbie, I love Barbie. 8 out of 10 for Barbie.
I just don't want to go through the synopsis. Hey, guess what? Barbie suddenly thinks of death, and then she goes to the real world with Ken, and Ken realizes that life is better as a man instead of a plastic, non-penis entity, and then he takes over the world, and Barbie has to stop him, and she does by being a feminist, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's the message.
That's the message. If you are a feminist, you win.
Now you sound like Ben Shapiro. Fucking women. Oh, man.
Didn't I get that right on the head? Like,
Oh, yeah, you got it right on the head.
right on the head?
For anyone that thinks Phil's full of shit and didn't get Barbie at all, thumbs down on this video.
Oh, I
He's
thought the
fucked.
movie was full of shit.
No, I enjoyed it. How many Barbies would you give it out of 10?
Oh,
How many legs up Barbies? And you have to imagine.
4 for Margot Robbie's tits.
She's hot, man. But you know what? Margot Robbie is one of those women that she's gorgeously attractive, but she's also a wonderful actress. And dude,
Agreed. She was really great.
fucking Ryan Gosling, fucking, thumbs up for Canada because him and Simu Liu, they were, and even that idiot, what's that moron? That
John
ugly
Cena.
kid.
Oh.
No, the ugly kid.
Michael
Cera.
Sarah.
Ryan Gosling fucking ruled. Simu Liu was great. Michael Cera was there, but
This role alone in this movie probably got him like a bunch of more roles.
fucking right. But what I like is Michael Cera's Brampton, Simu Liu, I believe, is Mississauga or Oakville. So they're all like surrounding the GTA, which is great.
And John Cena is from, I don't know,
John Cena is, I believe, from
probably like Michigan or something. I don't know.
Hamilton, Ontario. Yep.
But if you
Look
don't
it up.
if you don't see him there,
You know why? You can't see me. The time is now.
What did you give it?
Is that still a song?
how
that he
many?
does?
How many dolls?
How many John Cenas?
plastic dolls?
I give Barbie 8 John Cenas out of Barbie.
How many John Cena mermaid
I give it.
dolls?
Now, see, if John Cena was a black mermaid, would you have wanted to go fisticuffs with it? But you'd lose because it was John
If you
Cena.
walked into the store and you happened to be in the Barbie aisle and you like today, and you happen
You know how long I've held? Because Phil has kept on canceling for, this hurts, I'm tired. So he kept on canceling. I've had that Barbie doll for like 2 weeks sitting in a box upstairs.
Sure.
Everyone keeps like coming over. Doesn't he have 2 kids? They have a Barbie. But it's a new world. Boys can play with Barbies.
It's all Star Wars on the wall, and then you get
and then a Barbie. There are Star Wars Barbies. They're collector's editions. I will never have one. There's a John Cena Barbie. You can't see it. It's just an empty package.
So if you saw that and you thought it was like John Cena Mermaid Edition, would you pick it up?
Maybe to masturbate. How would you masturbate with a Barbie?
How would you
I'm willing to
masturbate
bet
with a tail?
People have heated the arms.
Would you masturbate
so
the
you
tail?
can wrap like Barbie's arms around your dick?
Is your penis in like a hole where you have to like put your hand inside of it? Because like some fish have the penis is inside that hole.
The inverted, yeah.
Or am I thinking of reptiles? It doesn't matter. Let's go on.
See, the point is too, like if you're a real
that doesn't
creep,
work.
would you like masturbate on a Barbie? Now we're going into danger territory.
I've seen that.
That's weird. Oh, with a Barbie. Like you can stick her foot up your ass and then walk around with a Barbie, like a butt plug.
You put it in the urethra.
I believe she's called a barb plug. Philip put a picture of a barb plug right here. Now your internet search history is going to be getting tracked by the FBI.
Not happening.
Not by me because I use a VPN.
It was a picture of your neighbor looking over the fence.
They talking about barb plugs? All right.
I'm interested. Meg 2.
Welcome everybody to Watch and
No, we're
Complain
not
Part
gonna
2.
separate. Oh, okay. Maybe we will.
Part 2.
Episode 442.
11. 442.11.
It's a star date. Brought it around.
Oh, all right. So I
thought-
tried twice to watch Meg 2.
Yeah.
I
Me too.
kept on falling. Yeah. I
Yes.
kept on falling asleep.
Yep.
And then I would rewind it. And then I just got so tired of rewinding it that I'm like, fuck it. I'll be able to figure it out. I could not tell you anything that happens, but I'm going to try. All right. So Jason Statham
Okay.
is
This is going to be difficult.
Jason Statham.
The start is easy. Somewhat.
In the start, he's on a boat. No. That's right. They're in the Cretaceous period because they watched that prehistoric planet. So they're doing all the same thing. Prehistoric planet.
They just spliced it in there.
And then he's on a boat, and he says to the guy, "You're dumping toxic waste." See, I thought the thing was going to be that the toxic waste makes the Meg Ultra big. Does that happen?
That's Toxic Avenger.
Oh, so they're dumping toxic waste, and then he says, "You're going to jail," and then he jumps off.
Maybe that's the twist so that it goes with the Cloverfield universe.
This is the part that I watched like like 3 or 4 times because I kept falling asleep, which is like 10
Right
minutes
away.
into the movie.
You just weren't interested going in.
And then his buddy Cliff picks him up in a boat, and then it spits him out, and then he argues with people, and then they go to a dinner.
It was a plane.
Yeah, they pick him up in the mouth of the plane.
You
Like
said
they have
a
a little
boat.
mouth. Oh, whatever. Who cares? Jumps off a boat, and then they dump him on a boat. I think they dump him on a boat. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
No,
But then
on
they go
land.
to shut up. They go to a
I watched it
dinner.
twice, so
They go to a dinner, and he has to take a bunch of people have to take pictures with him. And then the guy introduces,
because he was in the Meg.
I've got a metal suit that I can, and also I've got a clicker thing that I talk to the Meg because they have a Meg in captivity for some reason, I don't know why. And he's got a clicker, and the clicker tells the Meg to do things. And that's about as much as I can remember. And then I remember
it gets
they're on the
convoluted.
seafloor. That's what I remember. And then
Well, why are they on the seafloor?
I don't know.
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, no clue. What does it say? All right. This
don't-
is one where I'll actually pay attention to you reading what's going on.
Am I going to read through this quick?
I'm going to read through it all. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
I don't care.
You read it because there's going to be some complicated words.
5 years after the events of the first film, Jonas Taylor has been involved in fighting. Let's skip to
Yeah, to the part where we got lost.
Okay, Taylor and Juming.
Juming, yep.
Now
Now, Juming is the little girl's uncle.
Yeah.
And the little girl is the
has a lot of
daughter
money.
and granddaughter of the mom and the grandpa in the first one.
Yeah. So what happened to them?
They died in the first movie.
Yeah, and the insurance money went to Juming.
Sure.
Taylor and Juming lead a routine submersible exploration to the trench. With
What's the
Ming-
trench?
The trench is a huge trench in the ocean,
Oh.
really deep.
Super
It's
helpful.
it's the same thing
Does
that
it
was in
have the
Indiana
fucking-
Jones that was like 50 feet from the surface.
Does it have the same, what do they call it? Thermocline, the cold water?
Yeah, it has that.
Okay.
With Maying stowing away to see the trench for the first time.
Is it the same trench they went in before in the first movie?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't watch the first
We are the
one
wrong
beforehand.
people to be reviewing this fucking movie.
You need one of those dude bros.
Bro, they're in the trench, bro.
Yeah, this is much better than Barbie.
Jason Statham's so fucking hot. Ugh.
Fellow Meg survivors DJ and Mac observe the group from the Mana 1. Okay.
Okay.
That could be skipped down. This whole thing could be skipped down. On their way, just don't watch this podcast. On their way down.
I'd rather watch this podcast than this movie.
Yeah, and Barbie.
Fuck off.
On their way down, the subs are pursued by Heike, who escape. It's
Who's Heike?
Heike is one of the sharks in this movie. Sorry,
Heike is a shark?
Megalodon.
Was that the shark that he was doing the clicker at?
yeah.
Okay.
It escaped the compound.
Say
and
they
followed
were
them.
chased by a shark. Don't say they're chased by Heike. I thought there was another fucking character that I didn't know about in the movie.
That's what they said. Who escaped captivity
How?
the previous night.
How?
It went away.
Okay. Underwater.
Oh, we forgot. We built it up instead of down.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! It was a cage for a shark.
Thermocline shark.
The only megalodon left from the first movie.
Sure.
Whatever. Who? Oh, okay. Who?
So
escaped-
I remember. Okay. You keep going. I'll let you know until the part that I remember.
two much larger Megs, a massive alpha male, and a slightly smaller beta male appear and mate with Heike.
Really?
Yep.
I don't remember. And I must have been fast asleep for this both
Yeah.
fucking times.
All of the stuff that is coming up is like convoluted bullshit, and it's like, what if we did this? What if we did this? What if we did this? And they put it all in the movie.
I don't remember any of this.
Yeah. While working on an escape plan, Taylor and his team discover an illegal mining
Escape
operation.
plan for what?
the sharks in the deep. Because
What do they have to escape? They saw two sharks fucking each other. What do they have to escape? Did you skip over some of this? Or did I fall asleep while you were reading the part where... What do they have to escape?
The sharks.
So their escape plan that they're working on is while these sharks are fucking each other.
They're being, yeah,
Chased.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's hope.
While working on who has a, okay. Discover an illegal mining operation.
Okay, this I remember. So they discover. So they're like, okay, we monitor this trench all the time, and we want to go down to the trench.
Yeah.
And then they get down to the trench, and there is a monstrously big underwater science station there.
Yeah. That I didn't know was there.
That I think is run by 3 dudes. One dude that looks like a comic book Hispanic villain. It was awful. And then he has his 2 henchmen, and they just die. He lets them get killed somehow. I can't remember how.
They're planting mining bombs, and they have to leave the area. And
that's right. And he sets it off. Right,
oh no, you
right.
can't set it off too quick because we have to leave. It takes 20 minutes.
Then they remind you. They remind you that he's Hispanic because he's like, "Adios, amigos." It was
They
terrible.
should have gotten Antonio Banderas to do it.
If Ontario Banderas did it, I would have been invested. It would have been Ontario Banderas and fucking Jason Statham. I would have been all about that.
Captained by the mercenary Montez, who has a vendetta against Taylor for his imprisonment sometime before.
Okay. See, why didn't they tie that into the boat that Jason Statham was jumping off?
Maybe they did, and we just weren't paying attention. Montez crew was hired by Driscoll to covertly
Who the fuck is Driscoll?
The company the bad company. Montez crew was hired by Driscoll to covertly use the Mana One's access to the trench to farm rare earth minerals that could earn them billions, which is found out later in the movie.
How did they not know about the fucking science station?
It's a science station. They don't have to pay attention. Montez kills his crew in an explosion to cover up their activities, which causes a rupture in the trench and grounds both Taylor and Ju-Ming's ships.
Right. So this part I remember.
Which they have to then escape again from.
Yep. Now, they're on like the bottom of the ocean. Now, at the bottom of the ocean, there's going to be a lot of pressure, right? It's the kind of pressure that
you would say that they're under pressure.
Your regular GameCube controller is not going to be able to put up with, or your PS1 controller. No, remember those people got killed in the submarine? They had a GameCube controller. No? Do you watch the fucking news?
I know what you're referring to. I just
you were having trouble coming around to it.
No,
the point is, they get out of the ship.
Yes,
their ships. And these bodysuits that Ju-Ming or
fake bodysuits,
but they're just on the top. Like
they've got a full suit.
But I thought they were just on the top, like robot arms.
No, they have the full suit because they have the robot legs too.
Oh, okay. But then, so they get out of the thing and they're walking around. And what I do like is, so they're at the bottom of the ocean, and I'm sure anyone can put together that at the bottom of the ocean, there's probably not a lot of light. So a lot of the creatures that are down there, they're not going to be dependent on light. But they get down there, and when I woke up, it was Ju-Ming and what's the girl's name? The daughter. His niece.
Mei-Ying.
Ju-Ming, Mei-Ying. I can't remember her name. Jason Statham. And 2 other people who I don't remember, who were just basically Meg fodder. They're like, I woke up as he was going, wow, thank you, Mother Earth, for lighting the way. Or Mother Nature, or something, for lighting the way. I'm like, why the fuck would there be light at the bottom of the fucking ocean?
Plus, to see these lights, I think you need another type of light to show like black light. I don't know.
Who knows? And then, so he's like, okay, let's walk. Now you're on the bottom of the fucking ocean. Okay. And I'm like, look,
it's
you can suspend disbelief, sure. But then there are these like velociraptor dog things that come
that were made up
that come chasing after them, and they're like, oh no, we got to get to science station quick, everybody run. And they all start running, and I'm like, how are you running on the bottom of the ocean?
Well, they're walking,
but super fucking run. And then they turn around and then they're fighting.
Yes, they're running
things.
Slowly.
They were not running fucking
when you're
slowly.
In a pool, can you run?
I don't go into pools.
See, then why are you second guessing it
because
when you have no experience?
I've seen other people running in pools.
Have you?
I don't know. I don't look out of the water. My point is, you're not going to run that fucking fast at the bottom of the ocean.
You're just like,
And
they can't run on the moon
Then there was
because I
another
haven't
guy-
seen it.
There's another guy that his or the girl, I don't know who she was. Her mask goes like click and it gets a little crack. She's like, oh no,
You're fucked.
it's going to depressurize. We got a something.
Yeah.
And it's like crick. It must have taken about an hour and a half for it to finally break. I'm like, I do not think so. I think as soon as there's a tiny like crack, your head's just going to implode.
Well, that ends up happening.
Not really imploding though.
No,
but
it did.
No, not in this PG-13 movie.
Obviously, you weren't watching that part.
I did watch that part, and then
her
Mo
head
Ying is all sad
went
and shit. Stupid.
And then they mourned her death and moved on real quick.
Yep. There's another guy too, right? I think he gets pulled away by the sea dogs.
Yeah. He was the first one to die. He got killed by an octopus first,
Oh yeah, the
was
big octopus was
implied.
cool. I did like the big octopus.
which you'd never really get to see even later on. You
No.
do like for a moment.
But what I like is the Meg and the octopus, and we'll talk about it when we get to the end, are fighting in 40 feet of water. I'm like, how is a megalodon that's supposed to be the size of fucking 10 houses and an octopus that's bigger than the megalodon fighting in fucking 40 feet of water? Bullshit.
So they try to make it to the station because,
They did make it to the station.
thanks, spoiler,
Oh, sorry. I mean, who knows?
their crafts get stuck at the bottom of the sea. They have to make it to the mining station so that they can survive. Therefore, the walking situation,
You know who they
slash
need?
running
Craft
situation.
services.
You know what this movie was? Crap.
Services.
Anyway, they get to the mining thing minus 2 people, and
No, they get there with the girl. When they get into the thing, that's when her head implodes. When they're depressurizing. That goes,
one would say they weren't quite there yet.
whatever.
You didn't.
I'm sure your wife has
Get
said
there.
to you, I'm not quite there yet. Edit that out.
No, I don't care. I lost caring a long time. Karen? That's
And I
yours.
took her. Lucky me.
Yeah, that's a weird situation. And now we're doing a podcast, and not about that. That'd be more interesting.
Gross.
We don't want to talk about our wives, and yet we did.
My wife's always mad at me. For any guy out there that's married, even if you're just married like a little bit of time or a long time, your wife is always mad at you. Sometimes she's like, she gives you the impression she's happy, and she probably is happy. But there's always one part of her that's always annoyed with you, that doesn't agree with something, and then that's going to come back and bother. So the point is, women always have a reason to be mad at you. And as a good husband, you should just learn to put up with that and learn to accept it and not be mad at her for it, not be mad at yourself for it. Just understand that you're lesser than your wife, and that's fine. That's Rob's marriage tip of the day.
That's how I act with Rob.
That I'm better than you. I know. Because it's true. Where in the flying fuck are we in this movie?
Can't find it.
There was an octopus that attacked something. And then they get to
They walk towards the station.
And then they're in the station.
Blah, blah, blah. Jamie, security officer Riga surviving the journey. Okay, Jess and Driscoll reveal themselves to be traitors and attempt to kill
Oh, that's right.
the four, but the four escape the station in another submersible after a scuffle with Montez, who escapes to the surface through a buoy. Through a buoy.
Boy.
Driscoll sends mercenaries to take over the Man-O-One while Montez surfaces and meets with Jess. As the crew surfaces, they discover the rupture from earlier, which leads to several of the creatures, including the 3 Megs, a swarm of lizard-like creatures known as snappers, and a giant octopus escaping the trench and reaching the surface. Taylor's crew meet with
Who's
DJ.
Taylor? Oh, that's Jay Statham.
I guess. Taylor's crew meet with DJ and Mac, and Montez focuses the mercenaries on the crew after Jess is devoured by Meg. Taylor's team escapes to a nearby resort.
With a movie that's about like fucking giant octopuses and lizard-like creatures called snappers and giant megs, it really should be more interesting to watch. It was so
It was
boring.
hard to just. What's this? Well, why is this happening? Why are you going off on this tangent? Wait, why is there? Why? Okay, so this branched into this, which branched into this, which branched into
You know
this.
what it was?
For what reason?
It felt like
none.
it was a collection of scenes that they had no glue to put them all together, and you were just, as a viewer, you were like, "Well, where's the glue that holds them together?" And they're like, "It doesn't matter. Just keep on watching. Look, a Meg."
It's a Meg movie.
But also,
Have you seen
they go,
Sharknadoes?
"Look, a Meg," and you're supposed to be like, "Wow!" every time. Like Megs are boobs. You're supposed to go, "Wow!"
How many
every
times are
time.
Megs in this movie? You saw the
Yeah,
dogs more.
That's a good point. You saw the lizard-like dog creatures called surfers. What were they called again? Shirlers? Shirleys.
Shirters.
Shirters.
Taylor's crew meets with DJ Mac and Montez focuses
DJ Mac.
DJ Mac and Montez focuses the mercenaries on the crew after Jess is devoured by a Meg. Taylor's team escapes to the nearby resort Fun Island,
Fun Island.
which is actually a resort that is in the most recent Hitman game, which is something that we would love Statham to do a movie of.
Has he already
Hitman.
been? He's been that transporter guy. Wasn't he a transporter?
Close enough.
So what the fuck do you want him to be the hitman for?
Because we want a good Hitman movie.
Fuck that.
Good. We'll get Magnet to do it.
Who's Magnet?
It's a company. You have a movie podcast.
We're
I've
talking
brought
about-
this up multiple times. Magnet is a company that makes movies.
You know what else a magnet is?
They also, you know what?
It's an attractor.
They make sci-fi/horror movies as well. So
does
you
the
should
asylum.
know Magnet.
So does the asylum.
Let's look up Magnet and see what movies they make.
I won't.
Driscoll, Montez, and the mercenaries arrive at Fun Island
What about
to
DJ Mac? What happens to him? Does he start
They die.
fucking popping and locking?
get eaten by mercenaries.
DJ Mac starts popping and locking at the fun resort.
I just said eaten by mercenaries. Fun Island to eliminate Taylor's crew, but they are instead attacked by the snappers.
This is so-
snappers.
This is so boring.
This is so bad.
Even listening to you talk about it, I'm getting bored.
Who kill Driscoll and several mercenaries.
Okay.
Taylor's group splits up to evacuate the tourists as the Megs and the octopus begin their attack. Taylor manages to kill the beta male. They skipped a bunch of stuff. Meg,
Good. I'm glad you remember.
good.
I sure as fuck
Beta
don't.
male Meg using
I remember
an
there's a part-
explosive taped to a harpoon before being attacked by Montez.
There's a part where Jason Statham is on like a dock,
Yeah.
and then he
He's
gets like
running.
He's running, and then he gets like pulled out to sea or something. I remember that. I remember that.
You remembered it so well. Is there more to it?
Isn't that the one where he throws the harpoon and it blows up?
And then what happens?
He has to swim back.
The octopus saves him from the shark, and
Oh.
they battle, and then he kills the octopus.
I don't remember
And
any
then
of
that's the movie.
Wow.
There's a lot of more like things that like I said branch off. Like they're like fighting each other, and then
You
they're
think
fighting against each other, and they're fighting other things together.
Are they trying to
and-
create a megaverse? Megaverse?
Not after this movie. It did so poorly.
It didn't. It was kicking Barbie's ass overseas. Overseas, it fucking
Overseas.
it's
You know why?
destroyed.
This was so China oriented.
Yeah. Oh man, it was very.
The acting was horrible.
Yeah, it was very American bravado. This is a fun American movie. Was that you or me?
Or
You? Oh, maybe it was me.
apply the toothpaste.
What?
It's before your brushing alarm.
Oh,
So apply
it's,
the
it,
toothpaste.
is it going to be 53 minutes before I have to brush my teeth?
It takes you a
Just put
long
the
time.
toothpaste on now.
It's like it doesn't. Oh, I missed. I got to do it again.
Good thing this is a visual podcast because you imagine what people thought that you were doing. Apply the toothpaste. Oh, I missed.
That's my other podcast.
The Megaverse. But yeah, this movie fucking stinks. I recently on Saturday watched Sharknado because Keith had never seen it, so I decided to watch it. And today I was watching Sharknado 2. Those movies are what I wish this Meg movie would be. They're stupid. They're mindless, but they're very quick. Like they move at a good clip.
Yeah.
I wish the Meg had been like, because I was so fucking bored watching the Meg.
Oh wait, we only have an hour. Let's just throw things on paper
Yeah.
and put them in the movie.
I have no.
We'll film them and then we'll make it make sense.
And you would okay. Hopefully the effects when you saw them when they were trying did look good. But the majority of the time when they're under the water, the octopus, the parts that I remember, it's all dark and fucking shadows and bullshit. And I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like watching that stupid Little Mermaid movie.
I'm watching this and I'm not really complaining about CGI at the end of the day.
Yeah, CGI
There's
was
a
good.
lot worse in this movie.
It's true. Sharknado.
Yeah, like the mermaid CG was god awful. This one, I would say it's passable. It's fine.
Yep. But yeah, I never want to watch this again. The best part of this
I don't
movie,
even want to go back and watch Meg again now.
the best part
like
of this
Meg.
movie was the tagline. New friends or new shark, old chum. I'm like, that's funny. That makes me laugh.
It just
That was it? Wow, what a
I
rebuttal.
just don't want to even attempt anything with this movie. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, it stunk. And it was one of those movies that like you couldn't even find a fun way to make fun of parts of it because it was just non-existent. It was like a non-movie.
The girl in this movie stands at one of the portholes at one point and is just standing in front of the Meg that's looking at her. And that goes nowhere. They don't do anything with it. And they had the Meg follow them down. And I thought they were going to be like, oh, well, the Meg's following her because they're friends.
Yeah, or they have a psychic
And
connection.
exactly. And you could have worked with that. No. The Meg just wanted to have sex.
Well, even at the start.
Not with the girl.
With her, yeah. Even at the start.
Who wouldn't?
Jesus Christ. Now he hates black people. Now he loves underage
Well, now I
Asian
have to
girls.
edit that out.
Underage
no one-
Asian girls. I'll just
no
keep
one
on
hates
fucking
black
saying it.
people. No one.
No, I'm willing to bet KKK members hate black
I'm
people.
willing to bet your neighbor. Not that one. Sorry.
I want to get a shirt that says one side is what the fuck's his name? Ben Stiller doing Blue Steel, and the other one is Trump's mugshot says Orange Steel. I saw that. I'm like, oh man, I so badly want that on a T-shirt. But it works for us, but not as much as if it were America. Like for Americans, it would work fabulously. But in Canada, everybody kind of agrees that Trump is a fucking dipshit. If we were to get a shirt that said something bad about Trudeau, that'd be different. But then, I don't know. People that don't like Trudeau, I feel like they're just jumping on a bandwagon. Yeah, Trudeau's a dipshit, but not enough to like outwardly hate fucking Trudeau. Like I support outwardly hating Rob Ford and Hazel McCallion and assholes like that.
Mr. Band-Aid, yeah.
But I can't support outright hating Trudeau because he's doing a passable job. You know, that's really all
Even
you can
though
hope for.
he's got his
He's got his
people
shortcomings.
in his pockets and-
But he's doing as passable a job as
Well,
he
you
can.
know, Trump, he's going to go to jail. It's going to end up being like, what's her face? Not Paris Hilton.
Yeah, Paris Hilton.
The cooking one.
Yeah, either Paula Deen or Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. It's going to be it was like
I
big
love-
news, and then no one cares now.
I love that-
She's cooking with Puff Daddy. No.
No, Puff Daddy. Yeah, that's her.
P.
Her
Diddy?
and Puff
No.
Daddy. Her and P. Diddy. Martha Stewart and P. Diddy.
Oh, like it doesn't sound any different than saying Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg.
that's who it is.
That's who it is, exactly.
But
And
what
you
I
go,
like,
oh, it's P. Diddy.
my
yeah.
favorite is
Dogg.
Donald Trump is selling shirts with his mugshot that say "Never Surrender." I'm like, dude, you literally surrendered to get that fucking picture taken. That's super funny.
So he'll
point
go to
is-
jail, he'll come out, and then he'll run for the next.
Did you know that apparently, and I don't know if it's true because who knows? I don't know anything about American politics, but even if he does go to jail, he can still run to be president.
Yep.
That's fucked. Imagine a president in jail. We almost had a mayor in jail with that dipshit Rob Ford.
What's his face is having 2 strokes on camera and still in office, and it's
Poor
like,
old
oh
dude.
God.
So I saw
McConnell? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw someone call him Glitch McConnell. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. So our our American fans who watch this,
Get fucked.
we hope that
Don't move to Florida.
you guys are doing okay over there.
What's worse, DeSantis or getting hit by a hurricane? It's not a joke. I'm just asking.
Wow, that's a hard one.
That's what I'm saying. Like Florida.
I don't think hurricanes
fuck.
hate gay people as much as fucking DeSantis does.
No, they just evenly hate everyone.
Yep. But yeah, Ron DeSantis is a real scumbag. And he'll never get the presidency, which is, thank God, because that guy is, he's a more racist, bigoted version of Stephen Harper. Remember how Stephen Harper was like a fucking robot? You can never, you know who I'm talking about, Stephen Harper? You don't know who I'm talking about, do you?
No, I do.
Stephen Harper was like a robot. Ron DeSantis reminds me of a robotic Stephen Harper. Like I remember when, who was coming out? It might have been Trudeau. When he was coming out trying to be all like personable. And Trudeau, got to give Trudeau props for that. He's got charisma, man. He knows how to fucking work his way into people. And Stephen Harper came out going like, I enjoy television programs. One of my favorite television programs is Breaking Bad. It is on Netflix. You can get Netflix in Canada. It was like so fucking robotic and wooden. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
When you're a politician, you have to be a puppet.
But you need to be better at fucking talking to people. And Ron DeSantis, all the bad things you can say about Trump knows how to talk to people. That guy's got fucking charisma for days.
But he knows how to talk to his base.
But how do they become his base? He knows how to talk
because he knows how to talk
people.
to the type of person that will fall for his bait. For his bait.
You know who else? Adam fucking Sandler. Exact same thing. Anyways, the
Young
Meg
girls.
stinks. I would give the Meg. Oh man, I never want like 3 Megs out of 10. I never want to see this again.
Give it 2 because it's Meg 2.
Meg to Meg. That's a movie I'd watch. I'm surprised I wasn't awake for the sex scenes.
There was none.
You said there was sex with fish.
Sorry, yes, they had sex with fish.
You'd think I would have woken up for that. what was
Is
it?
Jason Statham having sex with that dolphin?
He's looking out the window. Oh, I did.
No, it's the other way around. The dolphin's raping him. 2. 1. It was awful.
It was awful. Yeah.
2.
We're sorry, everybody, that you've been watching Watch and Complain. Please follow us.
The last episode of our podcast.
YouTube. That's really the best place to find us. Is
What's
YouTube.
happening next week?
The only place to watch us is YouTube. Next week, Phil and I are going together to watch Cabaret, the movie with Liza Minnelli.
Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, man. Got to cut that out, too. This is very It's
Yeah,
good,
no
but
more,
it's very gassy.
No more Selection strawberry watermelon.
But I like my Selection strawberry drink.
They're good.
They are.
Yeah.
What are we watching next week? What's going on next week?
The cherry ones or the peach ones?
I think I have... No, I like the strawberry watermelon, but I think I have a cherry one in the fridge. I like to keep my cherry ice cold.
I can't drink carbonated drinks anymore.
But the only thing is I feel like I get bloated with carbonated, which makes sense because it fills you up with gas.
Well, I have a smaller stomach, so I would definitely get bloated.
Yeah.
Because that's where the bloated happens.
This is a fascinating
stomach.
podcast. Does a shark come out of it?
The Meg. All 3 of them. And an octopus.
And one of them's having sex with the other one.
And the sea dogs.
Then they have sex with the octopus, and then they have a megdopus.
And the boat/airplane that
what
eats people.
fucking movie are we watching next week? Oh, I know. Wait, you told me. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This is ADHD, the podcast, for sure.
ADHD and coffee and sugar
missed
running
that.
out.
We should have called it like ADHD films, right? Podcast.com.
ADHD films, right? Podcast.com. The fuck is that?
Oh, we got our new name change. Only 4 of them left.
All right. Like I said, we're sorry. Watch, Complain. Find us on YouTube and find Phil
This is why my
on
wife won't
Threads
watch the show.
and Instagram. And you can find me on Grindr, Sexer, what's it called? Tinder, and
Rob's
Twitter.
username on Grindr is Robber.
No, it's the fish fucker. Meg 2 fish fucker. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Fish fucker.
Robber.